Yeah, folks, Massey Dave. It's Wednesday morning, 4:45. Road trip today. Going to sort out a problem out for somebody. So, hence the early start. Thank you for your comments and likes, welcome subscribers, and anybody who's hit the hype button. Spot on. So, as I say, it's Wednesday. Let's have a quick cup of tea and be on the road by 4 o'clock. Just down in the depths of Cornwall, we've got a couple of big Massey combines here, and we've done a bit of work on a 1200. But anyway, you were saying you had an electrical problem on this one. Oh, this looks like Colin's Massey 32 combine. Lots of wires. That's got some black boxes in there, is it? With for your monitors out in the cab.
He spent hours, Steve Orr.
Yeah.
And all those yellow tips was obviously...
Which one, let's go, which where? Yeah.
Major operation. Even the big hydraulic pipes there, those two black ones. Yeah. Big one, they've been renewed.
Oh, I was about to say, these have got all your boxes in for your monitor and your everything. I say it's because Colin, with his 32 that I went up to see the other weekend, one of the boxes went down after he changed the battery and the monitor wouldn't come on. But yeah, it's a lot bigger than his. So what's that? 72, 74. Fair bit of kit. There's another big one. That is a fair beast. Many years old is he, or?
Pass.
Ah, okay.
James.
Anyway, this is the little beaut. We've come down to sort a little problem out on the multi-power linkage. So it does work now. And yeah, it's hopefully going to be coming in for a bit of a tidy up another day. So yeah, it's dry brakes, which are a bit suspect at the moment. But yeah, she's clean original inside. Here's one for you all out there. This has got extra resistor rams on here, both sides. Obviously been made and fitted on at some point in its life. Still got the original assistor ram up inside, up in there, but these have been added on. So if anybody's got any ideas about it, let me know. If you've seen anything like it before. Right, we're back from the epic journey to the other end of the world, it seemed like. 320 odd miles. There we go, we're back in here now. Going to do a bit more on this. We've extracted the pump and the PTO clutch, which I've dumped up on the bench. Haven't looked to see what debris is in there yet, but we've had some parts turn up. So we've given this lot steam clean off. We're going to give that a clean up, and then we replace that seal in there. Try and reassemble that a little bit, because we've got some new discs as well. We've got the surface of that cleaned up. We've got the old oil seal out. You notice there's a hole in there. That's going to line up with the hole there on that weep point. We got that cleaned up, and we got that cleaned up. And now we can get said new seal, which is there, squish back into that hole, and say new discs there, ready to go together. Got that lined up. Let's slowly get this pressed into where it's supposed to be. Right, we've got the right size flanges and sockets, and a decent press. Right, that should be home. Discs and expander back in, cover plate on, retaining screws in. We've got the grips on there, G-cramp. So squish up the pin for the diff lock. Hopefully the hole's lined up. We can put the scroll pin back in and tap it home to lock it into place. There she goes. Back in its home. Out the way. We'll take that off now. And that's the diff lock secured back into the carrier plate. And we'll give a wipe out in there and put a new O-ring around here and get this side lifted back on. Make sure the recess in here is clean. We've cleaned round that, put the new seal or rubber O-ring on that. We're ready now to shove this thing back on there. Hopefully it'll just fall in the hole. For a change, that was quite uneventful. It went back together Not too much struggling and going, but she's bolted back up. So now we'll get the slacking these off here. See if we can get this reduction head off. All the nuts and bolts are out of that. We'll just scrape the line on there so we know where everything was before we has just started to split on that one. So we've got the weight of it. Hopefully that'll come out and leave the half shaft inside. That's what we want. So we've got a bit of movement. She's coming adrift. It's held on the cork sill. There we go. It's broken free. Right. Carefully. Over a bit. Yep. It's coming off the half shaft. Still got me stand under the other side because it will tip over otherwise. Or have I? Or has it moved? No, we're alright. He's just not quite up to the studs. So axle will lift a little bit. We'll take the weight of this. There we go. Off. Now we can get this on the floor. Like that. Now we can split it open and we get this off. Take the weight. Tip it up. Right, you lot can go out the way. Don't need you for a bit more. We got there's the cork gasket. Get that off out the way. Should have some new one of those in a box. You can go in the bin. And is that going to come? Right, we'll get this ring off and we'll lift this off of the shaft. Yeah, let's move you a bit closer so you can see. How's that? Took a little bit of prizing up, but broken the seal somewhere. Alright. There we go. You can come off. You can live down there for now. Right. We're into this bit. Go and get another bar. We're going to need a couple to lever that off. Right, I'm back with the big boy. Now 9 times out of 10 these come off, says he. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they are a bugger. They are stuck on the shaft. Now, he's coming up. A bit tight, but it is moving. That's where I end up smacking myself with a bar in the side of the head. I think we're there. That should come off, just like that. And sometimes you've got to get in there, heat this bit up, get a bit of warmth in it to allow it to come off. But we're into it now. Oh, hang on, move my fat fingers. And you can see in there we've got 2 half retaining clips which basically hold this into the hub. So, part those there, they come out, and then we can get it in the press. Point the camera where I want it to be. Press this out of the bearing to to be able to get to the ceiling there. Just by magic, we got it off. Let's have a look at the bearing. We've got any damage in that? No, he looks all right. Good out. So there's the hub seal we need to get to. Once we can give this a good clean up in here, because that's going to be full of crud and dirt and what have you, most likely. There's a bit in there. Get that cleaned up and away. Replace that. That cork gasket can come out because we got some new ones that can go in there. Come on. Yeah, he's stuck in there. Let's get a screwdriver and scrape that out. We got one hub seal, get it squished into place. There we go, she's down and home. Well, we've got all that cleaned up in there. Scraped all the old cork gasket out from that one. And we have got, I say, new ones to go in. So now we can drop that back onto that. Put the locking tabs in, I'll get the bearing warmed up and get him dropped into place and reassemble some of this. But time's running out because it was an early start this morning. Right, put a bit of warmth on this one and then we're going to drop it on the sand. And it should just drop on there. So I'm putting a bit of warmth over and stamping. I should do a bit closer where I'm doing it, but I can't be bothered getting the extension lead out. This is where it goes horribly wrong. Right, it's not going to go wrong. It's going to go wrong. That's the faith in yourself. Hopefully that's enough. No, need some more. There's the first mate. Yeah, no, it's too warm. Oh, use my t-shirt. Carry it over with that. Then we get back here. Careful with the fingers. Flop. Straight on. Where it needs to be. Just like that. Well, if you notice on this, there's a recess in there. And that goes down, that face there sits on the bearing, and those locking tabs, we've just put in the two half ones, sit in that recess. So we've got farewell my old friend Matt Gas, as in Gerard Coyle I think his name is, said that. So we're gonna bit of warmth on that, and then that should just flop onto that. A bit of warmth on it. Off you go. Get it laid up on some splines. Simple. It's on. There's the PTO clutch anyway. So yeah, it's got a bit of scoring on there. See something's either got caught under it, under the brake, or you can see a bit of something under there. When we get to this, we'll strip it down. A bit like the multi-power clutch, but just a bit bigger. That'll do for today. I can feel beer o'clock coming on. As I say, tomorrow's another day. So we can get that finished, back together, fitted on there, and tackle the other side. Well, there we go. It's 3:45 in the afternoon. Cheers, folks. Another day, another Dave. Go get this reassembled. We got the outer ring gear put on, new gasket in there, new gasket here to go in there. We'll clean the bolts up, get it winched up, slap it back on there. Then we can make a start on the other side, or we'll go and have a look at the PTO pump, I think. No, yeah, PTO clutch next. We'll save the other bit for a bit later. Well, we got that bit reassembled. Let's have a look at this and see what we've got going on here. Let's say on that side of it. Got a bit of play on there. I'm sure we can get that dealt with. So let's see what happens. We'll get an airline on there and see if the brake works and see if the clutch pack works. Right, clutch pack on the bench. Let's see if we got any movement out of the brake. I don't know if you can see that at all. Yeah, actual brake does do something, but there's a fair bit of play in that unit. Right, bang that in. See if we can hear the clutch moving. We can hear that. That's doing something in there. Okay. So I might have to get this redone in here and take out some of that slop. We've had it done before, so there's no reason why we can't have it done again. So let's strip things down. Yeah, again, get this nasty little, horrible little circlips these are, because they're, yeah, horrible. Right, that will come off. That's the brake unit. Get the thrust washer, put that down there with that. And off we come. Oh, I don't know, it's not, I've seen a lot worse in there. I've seen that as grooves, but that's not as bad as I was expecting it from the amount of movement. There we go. What are the cast rings looking like? Well, they're not broken. That's a start. Okay, let's get this out. I was expecting that to be a lot worse than it is. But I say, obviously it's working because we know you can hear the clutch pack doing that with air pressure. Again, look at the brake there. Something's got caught under it because there's a bit of scoring going on there, which would tally up with the scoring that's happened there. Something's got caught under it. Wondering if that could be cleaned up. It's a fair bit to take down, but I don't know. Trouble is, can't get these. Can't get them. I haven't found any yet anyway. Sorry about the last bit. I think the camera was the wrong way around. There you got that squished together. And get this retaining clip out. Like so. Get that out of the way. Now we can take the pressure off of this and that'll all go pop apart a little bit. Clamp off. Two off, you go that way. Off with the top. Looking alright. Make some space to stack all these bits in a big pile. See what we got. It's coming apart so far. Nothing's looking untowardly knackered, which is good. Right, need a screwdriver. Start pulling these out. Oh, these nice and straight. Another spring. Ooh. Let's take the centre out, might be a little bit easier. Take that out. Oh, we can get to everything sensibly then. Ooh. Me straight. Another one straight. Spring and a plate. They're all looking all right. He's straight. They're all right. Getting down to it now. That one's all right. Spring. Last plate. He's all right. So far, so good. We've got the bevel plate in there, which is, see, he's dished down that way up. Then we're down to the piston, which we know works anyway, because we put some air through it. Bush bearing there, looks no scoring in any of that. Well, that bit seems all right. Lovely jubbly. Wait for that bit of oil to soak up. I've just got the piston out from in here. I'm going to put the air line back through the hole there where the oil comes through after it comes through everything else, which it should be clear anyway because we know it moves. But nothing underwater with any of that there. Got a new brake for it. Just not too sure about that scoring, whether we can just get it cleaned up so it's a flatter face all the way across where the brake's going to sit, because at the moment we're on reduced braking force, should we say. Right, well, I've just stuck this in the lathe and given it a clean up. I don't want to go too much further than that, but we're down to a lot better than it was, so I don't want to take any more thickness out of it just for the sake of it. But we've tidied it up. Rip this trumpet off. I say just, it's off anyway, but this has been an absolute bugger to get moving. I think he might be stuck on a pin for the opposite side to that, because he doesn't want to come up, just doesn't want to fall off, not like he should do. That's taking a bit of levering to get that separated that far. Yeah, he was stuck on that pin. I mean, that don't want to move anyway. Stuck on that for certain. Or rather, not very pretty in here, this side. He's a lot worse. And they seem a bit stuck on there. That's going to take some cleaning out and sorting out. That pin should just fall out of that hole, but it don't want to move. Yes, I keep bouncing between jobs. We've kind of whipped out those cast rings from that. Got 2 new ones to put on. So got that cleaned up. Reassemble this lot. Just had an avid follower come to see me. Trev, Cassie, all the way from the borders in Scotland. Yeah. You messaged me yesterday, we're on holiday down near Bridgewater. I said, you're not far from me, so you
just came along and
come to have a look.
Have a blather with Dave and see what expertise he does.
Well, you said you worked for Massey and you've been there and done that, so
been it's a number of years.
Trip down memory lane for you. Anyway, I've got something for you. There you
go. Oh, cheers, Dave. Thank you very much.
You can have a little badge for coming to visit me.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Well, nice to meet people who follow me. So thank you for coming.
Cheers, thank you.
Back to proceedings. Right, we're reassembling this. Obviously, we've got all the little Allen keys in. We put a layer or 2 in, squish them down, lock it in place. Put a few more in, lock those in place so they're held down, so we can get the last of it put in and get the retaining clip on. Once they're all in, we can use the clamps, squish it down, locking ring in. Then we can re-put that in that's got to go in before the top plate, so we can get all the teeth lined up. Bit of faffing later. We're nearly there to get the last retaining ring in there. Again, probably need 2 hands for this, but you get the idea. It's clamped down, get that in, release it. I'll just put it all back together, done a bit of testing, and I'm not happy with it. It seems to be on the air, and there's too much air, even with the new sealing rings. I know I said that wasn't too bad, but I've been looking again, and down in the bottom there is a considerable groove. Didn't really spot it to begin with, so I think we'll go and get this bit, have it machined, and an insert put in there to take up the slack to make it seal properly. Well, I suppose it's a first for everything. I've never had to cut one of these out before, but it's taking some getting apart, I tell you. Hopefully we can just cut down on the edge of that. These two bits will come off. Finally, got the bloody thing off. That's fought me every inch of the flipping way. Right, now we've extracted that and got that out, and we eventually got that pin out of there, which was seized in. We've got the half shaft out. We pulled it up because that one, it'll go down, but you won't cut. So we're going to have to get clean all these splines up nicely to get that disc off. And it won't go that way because there's a shoulder here, which is the same outside diameter or bigger than that. So get this lot cleaned up. Hopefully we can get that one off. I'm going to let this video do for today because time's going on. I'm sure you don't want to watch like 500 hours of me sorting out stuff. So whatever I do in the rest of the day, which ain't going to be a lot now, I'll put in tomorrow for Saturday because it's going to take a while to sort this out and salvage it. So as always, thanks for watching. Click your like, subscribe, hit the like button, be appreciated. Good to see Trevor this morning, and until next time, take it steady, look after yourselves.